Chris Olds, Beckett Baseball here. This is the third straight Sunday edition of Rippin' Retail Retro, and this time it's 1990 Score Baseball, a little weathered box that cost me, $5. The Nick Sports Cards Dallas, Texas hasn't really done much junk wax in the recent past, but they've opted to try it out, see how it goes. They have $5 and $10 boxes. This one happened to be on the $5 side. This box is pretty beat up, but it was the last one they had. I figured it'd make a unique video, at least something not the norm. There's a lot of stuff that, even though you don't see it every day, you've probably seen it too many times. And for some of you, this brand might just be that too. But I've not done a video on it. It's got quite a few errors and variations to chase, so here we go. Look at old poly bags, 1990s bag packs. 36 packs of 16 cards. Really? Something like that. That's insane. Pretty sure it's 36. It doesn't say on the box, because people weren't hung up about box hits. I'm just going to go from there. Pack 1. Top card, Eddie Murray. Now, if you remember these sets, they were put out in different colors. Different runs of the sets were in different shades. So I'll start off with some greens. I'll put all the greens together. Ooh, Fred and Enrique. Jim DeShays, Eddie Murray, Mitch Webster, Roberto Kelly. Let's go to the Reds, not the Cincinnati Reds. John Wetland, Gene Larkin, Omar Vizquel, and Felix Fermin. The obligatory MVPs mini little inserts are one per pack. I'm probably going to end up throwing these in a box to give away. And then the Blues, along with one white card or so per pack. Mike Scott, Dream Team. And then starting the box off relatively strong, actually. Maybe not so much these days, but a few years ago, this was a card that was a pretty good pull. Sammy Sosa, rookie card. And despite the polybagging, this one looks pretty clean. Obviously, the polybag wrappers are a little loose, can make cards tend to allow some damage. But I've seen worse out of packs, believe it or not. So if you're a grading, fan of grading, sometimes the wax may be the best way to go. Of course, you can mangle them trying to pull them out of the packs too. Corey Snyder. I'm going to skip over a lot of this stuff. First round draft pick subset. Of course, Tyler Houston is in here. But Frank Thomas is the one everybody wants. Let's see here. I'll be sure to point out some error cards if I find them. Speaking of errors, first I'll show off a Juan Bell rookie. Watch out. Actually, it may not even be a rookie. I think he had a card the year before. Here is a card that has a variation. Card number 583. Check my handy list. Milt Kyler, and it's the error version. It says he played 998 games at London in 1989. This guy was a big Willie Mays fan. Willie Mays. Come on now, Ernie Banks. Let's play 2 every 5 minutes. 998 games played. I think that error was actually pretty common, but perhaps other errors will be in this box. That's one reason I dig in on some of the junk wax these days. This one's for one of my Twitter followers, Mac Noakes. How about Matt Noakes? There you go. Card right on the top of the pack, Oral Hershiser. Another fun one from back in the day, Chris Sabo. Wow. I haven't opened this stuff in a while because actually some of these names are kind of fun. Jim Abbott. I've got plenty of it from back in the day, but I've actually jettisoned most of it through the years. When I move, I get rid of a lot of the commons and lesser stuff. A Kiki Jones draft pick card. Lots of errors and variations in this one on lesser players, so I'm not going to remember all of them. How about a Bernie Williams rookie card? It's off-centered, but looks pretty clean otherwise. Should have had a little more water. Actually, this edition of Brooklyn Retail brought to you by Mountain Dew. One of these days, we're going to get some corporate sponsors. Next pack. I got to pick it up. There's 36 packs in this bad boy. Gary Sheffield. Here's a card that was quite interesting at the time. Valuable for a while, but after time, it came back down. Lights Out Candlestick. A highlight card of sorts for the 5:04 p.m. October 17th, 1989 earthquake that canceled, or delayed actually, the World Series between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants. Here's a nice action shot. Mike Heath. Wow, I'm doing pretty well here with the rookies. A few packs in, I've got some of the good ones. First, Kevin Mamahat. Watch out. But actually, here's another key rookie from the time frame. This one's got a little bit of the scrunched corners and stuff from the loose packaging, and it's a little off-centered, but Juan Gonzalez. 1990 score. What can I say? Produced right down here in Texas. It was Grand Prairie, Texas at the time, which later became part of the Donruss playoff portfolio. Lots of trading around. This is a good box so far because here's up next here, or right here, is the card that was all the rage early on. Bo. This card paid for a lot of card boxes back in the day. And actually, I'm sure this would definitely not grade well. It's got some edge and corner dings, but a lot of people out there wouldn't mind having that card in a clean, high grade these days, just for the nostalgia's sake. Obviously, you could buy the factory set of this bad boy. They didn't have factory sets of 1990 score at the shop, but for $5, I figured I'd take the last box of 1990 score packs. Will Clark, highlight card, kind of cool. Tom Flash Gordon, doing pretty well with some name rookies here. Wow. Nobody's going to care now, but back in the day, card on the back, Kevin Moss, kind of a big deal. A couple years later, decent player, Dean Palmer, and another player of pretty high profile, Deion Sanders. 89 World Series highlight card, Jose Canseco. Jay Buhner, Willie Frazier, Todd Stottlemyre, not a rookie card, but early on. And here's that Bo Jackson card. I'm actually still a fan of 1990 score. 88 was Score's first year. It was clean, it was different, but it was also pretty dull. 89 is very dull, but it does have a decent amount of errors and variations to chase. 1990, they really amped it up. There's a lot of color, a lot of variety, strong images, lots of errors too to chase, some fun stuff. Errors in the gimmick cards like the Bo Jackson were huge at the time. Another Tyler Houston. Mark Lemke rookie card. Watch out. Not even a fourth of the way through the box here. How about that? Like I said, $5 for a box. I figured, what the heck. You just got bipped. Greg Briley. I'll have to go back and check the variations list. There's a lot of them in here. Wade Boggs. He tweeted me once. Bob Guerin. The Cobra. Dave Parker. Stan Belinda rookie card. That first little stretch there was pretty strong. And actually, you can see the cards on the top and the back. Not easily, but if you sit here and push the plastic down, you can definitely know it's there. So sometimes, these boxes could have been picked through in the past. Typically, your key cards are in the middle of the white cards. My third Tyler Houston card. So the 1990s collation is strong, or can be strong in not good ways. Here's a David Wells card. And, hey, it's an error. How about that? Right on. Notice the logo on his cap and the logo on the bottom of the card. They are facing to the left. I'll show that again. Left, left, left. On the back, it's a reverse negative. His mugshot is facing the wrong direction. Not a tough error. In fact, I think the correction might be tougher. But that's cool to me because there's two versions. Back in the day, that was part of the chase. And you never knew which was going to be inside the packs until you started opening them. Pascual Perez, Eric Davis, Darryl Strawberry, Wally Whitehurst, Glenn Allen Hill. Oh yeah. But actually, after an 89 Pro Set box I just did, this has actually been pretty good. That Pro Set box was pretty rough. How about a Tino Martinez card right on the back? Not a rookie card, but it's labeled as a rookie because it's an early card. Jim Abbott again. Eddie Zosky. Danny Heap. Ricky, love Ricky. Ricky got a deep corner. Chuck Finley. Oh, Tino Martinez plus another guy who was hot back in the day. Eric Anthony. And don't ask me why, because you go look back and look at his stats. I don't know why people bought him, but we all did. Or at least some of us. I picked him up, along with a lot of other guys. Bipped. How about Lynn Nolan Ryan? You might have heard of him. Frank Viola. Ed Whited. Here's a George Canal rookie card. He's got an error. Let me look him up. Ah, maybe he doesn't. Thinking of a different guy. Who was it then? Bummer. Maybe it's an uncorrected error. Oh well. Next pack. I've been sitting here for a while, so my foot's starting to go to sleep. This is my third straight wax box, and these older boxes with more packs take more time. Larry Anderson. Kirby Puckett. Dream Team. Jack Morris. Ooh, the rookies are drying up here, but Jose Vizcaino is one of them. For a while, he sold. I have a Twitter follower telling me to turn on Wife Swap because Ric Flair and Roddy Piper are on it. Sorry, I'm busy ripping retail. Jeez, can't watch TV and film and talk to you at the same time. Tom Goodwin, he's a champion. Juan Bell, here's another card. For a while, people were picking him up. Pat Combs, and for some reason it's a horizontal picture on a vertical card design. I thought it was cool. These little mini MVP cards are driving me nutty. Billy Bates. Maybe he's the brewer that has the error. Let me look. Yes, it does. Let's see. Jeez. I gotta, figure out where the error is on the back here. 608. Second line from the bottom. Ranked first in the league with 12 triples. Anyway. It's mentioned. So this is the correction. So I have errors and corrections in the same box. That was awkward, wasn't it? Another rookie who was hot at some times. Moises Alou. A very underrated, established, strong player. Third bipping is the charm. Rob Dibble. World Series champion Oakland Athletics. Eric Shao. Joel Youngblood. I wonder if he was on there. It's allergy season, at least the last few days for some reason for me, so apologize for some of the sniffling. Plus, it's been hot, so all kinds of craziness with the weather. Dwight Gooden. Boom. Here's a card that was a big deal back in the day. And unfortunately, since the mini card was resting right on top of it, it's kind of got some damage. But this was a popular one with many back then. Ben McDonald, Mookie Wilson, Andrew James Van Slyke, another Eric Anthony, and another Tino Martinez. I'm doing very well with the rookies in this one. This is pretty cool. I mean, it's not a moneymaker these days, but back then, people were ripping this stuff and they were doing well. So, more power to them, right? Mo Vaughn. That was a solid card back in the day. Eric Davis, Darryl Strawberry. Another card that's of note, but not a rookie card. Second-year card of George Kenneth Griffey Jr. Kid hit .264 with 16 homers, 61 RBI that year. I don't know if he's going to pan out or not. Next pack. Steve Lyons. Keep your pants on. Bo Jackson, Dream Team. Boom. Tom Glavine. Brian Holton. Oof, that was a brutal pack otherwise. About halfway through the box. Lenny Webster. I think he's got an error. Let me look. Or not. It happens. Roberto Alomar. Hall of Famer. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer. Nolan Ryan, Hall of Famer. Another key card, as I just showed you, with more damage on the front, unfortunately. Ben McDonald. It's like the gloss has been pulled off by the little card sticking in front of it. That could be problematic, actually, if that's become more common as cards have aged. So, you know, if you can't pull it, since those cards are always in the middle, maybe your best bet to pull some minty fresh condition-wise are to go factory sets. You never know. There's always weird things that happen. Of course, in this last pack, wherever the card was, it did not damage the card. Wade Boggs, Dream Team. Kirby Puckett. Ruben Sierra. Mickey Weston. Hensley Mullins. Boom. I think that Mickey Weston had an error. I think he had an error in Upper Deck and Score. Maybe. Maybe not. I like errors. Errors are fun. Errors were the original gimmick cards back in the day. Sheffield again. Steve Hosey. And his card, ironically, not damaged. So maybe they only, the cardboard gods only had it in for Ben McDonald. Oof, that was a brutal pack. A foot is officially asleep. Try to keep the glare out. Try to open a pack. I can't hold on to it. Another rookie from back then who did well off and on. Hal Morris. Actually, this wouldn't be a rookie card, but it is labeled as a rookie. Carlton Fisk, followed up by Craig Biggio. And this stack has a pretty rough corners. Wow. I got to show this off. This is pretty interesting. So remember that David Wells error? Both the error and the correction in the exact same box. That's the fun of pulling cards from back in the day. Look at that. That is a trip. Exact same box. Both versions. Gotta love that. I like that. In fact, for myself, that's kind of a fun thing because I'm a big fan of the reverse negative. If I could collect one odd, like trivial thing, I would collect reverse negative pairs. There's been so many in the past. Lots of them with, notable players, but a lot of them with junk too. Sometimes corrected, sometimes not, but that's fun. I like that. Here's another key white card with a little bit of damage, unfortunately. Nolan Ryan, 7 no-hitters. Or 5,000 strikeouts, actually. Mark Grace, Barry Larkin, Randy Kutcher. 20 minutes in. Another Kevin Moss. Watch out. Steve Balboni. Jeff Rosenberg. Another Deion Sanders. Boom. Collation's pretty consistent. So I remember the good old days. You could see right through the packs. It took some work, obviously. I didn't condone it, but I think all the kids looked. Terry Steinbach, Dream Team, Odabe McDowell. Wow, that was an awful pack. Awful, awful, awful pack. Scott Fletcher, Scott Geraltz, Mike Witt, Scott Bryant, R.J. Reynolds, Jeff Kunkel, Steve Finley, another key rookie from back in the day. Not really, but he was hyped as one. Delino DeShields. Now you can find his kid in packs of cards. These wrappers don't always tear well. One error card's a little bit tougher, and I haven't even found the regular card yet, let alone the error. Is a Ryan Sandberg highlight card. Or a blue bordered card. I don't know if it's a highlight or not. Let's see here. George Brett. Did you have an error? I know you did in 89. You did not. Well, I've got your card. Julio Franco. Jeff Hewson. Mike Smith. So many key players. So many forgotten players. Bob Malachy. Earl Cunningham. No Frank Thomas yet. We're getting down to the home stretch here, too. Another key player. Larry Walker, rookie card. A key player in the Balco or steroids investigation, Jason Grimsley, rookie card. I don't think he was tied to Balco, but he had ties to performance-enhancing issues. Vaughn Hayes, Tom Candiotti. Yet another Ben McDonald with surface damage. That's three. 3 Ben McDonalds with surface damage in the same box. Of course, it doesn't happen to the Stan Melinda card. Wow, 4 packs to go. This one seems to have gone fast for me. I'm sure it has not gone fast for you. Ah, yes. Ricky Love, Ricky. Jose Gonzalez. I want to say you had an error, but we'll save that for another day. Hey, these packs. Brooke Jacoby, how you doing? You can see it right there through it because they've moved down inside the wrapper. Willie Green. Another Kevin Moss. But no other Yankee Dion to go with it. 2 packs to go. Will we get a Frank Thomas? Nope. How about a Chuck Knobloch, though? Boom. Frank Viola, Wally Joyner, Jose Canseco. Only got a couple hundred of those in a box somewhere. Brad Ziegler, noted collector. His pitching coach, Charles Nagy. Shout out there. Final pack. Matt Noakes again. World Series winners, so no Frank Thomas, unfortunately. Tim Wallach, Jose Gonzalez, Tino Martinez, and a couple other bombs. You know what, though? That was a pretty fun rip. For $5, this was a good trip for me. That Bo Jackson card right off the bat. A lot of those key rookies. A Griffey. Everything but a Frank Thomas. That was fun. I did a lot of score back in the day, but it kind of wore me out after a while. They did a lot of repetitive things. But 1990 score for me was probably the year I bought the most of. Maybe 91, unfortunately, because I don't like those cards these days. But I think 1990 is pretty nice. So that was another Rip and Retail Retro video. Tell me what you think of these in the comments below. And there's a couple more still on the tarmac. So until next time, Chris Olds, Beckett Baseball. Just keep ripping.